The shocking reply when I asked for wedding details. Honey, we tied the knot yesterday. Hello everyone. My name is Elena, and if you're watching this, you probably know what it's like to have your world turned upside down by the people you love most. Today, I'm sharing my story, not for pity, but because holding it in was killing me inside. It's a tale of betrayal, heartbreak, and ultimately finding my strength. If you've ever felt taken for granted by family, this one's for you. Grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's dive in. And at the end, I'd love to hear what you'd do in my shoes. Drop it in the comments below. It all started on a sunny Saturday morning in June. I was in my kitchen, humming along to an old radio tune, slicing apples for the pie I planned to bake for my daughter Sophia's engagement dinner. Sophia, my only child, had been dating her boyfriend Alex for 4 years. They'd met in college, and from the moment she brought him home, I knew he was the one. Kind, ambitious, with that boyish charm that reminded me of my late husband, Tom. I'd lost Tom to cancer 5 years ago. And since then, Sophia had been my everything, my reason to keep going. Over those 4 years, I'd poured my heart and soul into supporting them. When they graduated and struggled with student loans, I paid off $10,000 of Sophia's debt without a second thought. When they moved into their first apartment, I covered the security deposit and first month's rent, $2,500 out of my savings. I bought them a couch, a dining table, even stocked their pantry with groceries every month, easily another $300 each time. And the little things? Birthday gifts, holiday surprises, even helping Alex with his car repairs when it broke down last winter. That was $1,200. All in, I'd spent over $25,000 on them in those years, dipping into the life insurance money Tom left me. I didn't mind. It made me feel needed, like I was still building a family legacy. Sophia had hinted at a wedding for months. Mom, we're thinking spring next year, she'd say with a wink. I'd get so excited. I'd already started planning in my head. I bought a beautiful lavender dress for $150, imagining the photos, the toasts, walking her down the aisle since Tom couldn't. I even set aside $5,000 as a wedding gift, dreaming of helping them with a down payment on a house. My sister Maria in Boston knew all about it. We'd talk for hours about flower arrangements and venues. I cleaned my house top to bottom, thinking we'd host a post-ceremony brunch here. That morning, I decided to call Sophia to nail down details. Hey, sweetie, I said when she picked up. When's the big day? I need to mark my calendar for dress fittings and all that fun stuff. There was a pause on the other end, then Alex's voice in the background, muffled. Sophia cleared her throat. Mom. Honey, we tied the knot yesterday. Her words hung in the air like a bad joke. I laughed at first, thinking she was teasing. Very funny, sophomore. Come on, seriously, spring, right? But her tone shifted, light and casual, like she was talking about grabbing coffee. No, Mom, I'm serious. It was just us, a quick thing at the courthouse. We didn't want the fuss. Only invited the essentials, close friends and Alex's family. Essentials. The word stabbed me like a knife. Me, who had been their rock for years, wasn't essential? I gripped the phone tighter, my kitchen spinning. But, why didn't you tell me? I could have been there. I wanted to be there. Alex jumped on the line then, his voice smooth as ever. Elena, it was intimate. Just witnesses and a small lunch after. We figured you'd understand, no big deal. No big deal? I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. I hung up, numb, and scrolled through social media on autopilot. There it was, photos popping up on Alex's sister's feed. Sophia in a simple white dress, one I'd helped pay for with a $400 personal shopping gift last month. Alex beaming, his parents toasting with flutes of champagne. His siblings laughing, the courthouse steps decorated with flowers. A whole family celebration. But no me. No trace of the woman who'd funded their life together. I sat on the floor of my kitchen. Apples forgotten. Tears streaming. The lavender dress mocked me from the closet. The $5,000 gift envelope sat useless on my dresser. I'd told Maria the good news weeks ago. Now I'd have to call and explain the humiliation. All my plans poof gone. It wasn't just the exclusion. It was the lie of it being just us. They had a party. They had joy. Without me. A few days passed in a blur. I didn't call them. They didn't reach out either. Then on Wednesday, exactly 4 days after the shock, my phone rang. It was Sophia, her voice sweet and needy, like when she was a kid asking for ice cream. Mom, hey. So the honeymoon fund is a bit short. We booked this cute cabin upstate, but the deposit's $800, and we're tight after the wedding stuff. You always said you'd help with the big moments. Could you spot us? Her words echoed. You always said you'd help. As if nothing had changed. As if excluding me from the big moment didn't matter. I stared at the phone, remembering every transfer, every sacrifice. I'd skipped my own dentist appointments to save for their emergencies. Eaten canned soup so they could dine out. And now, post-wedding, the first call was for more money? Sophia, I said, my voice steadier than I felt. Didn't you say the wedding was small to save money? Why the honeymoon splurge? She laughed it off. Oh Mom, it's our special time. Your family, you get it. Family. But not essential enough for the vows. I took a breath. Honey, I only help with special occasions for special people. Silence. Then stammering. Mom, what? We're special to you. You're like my rock. Lies coded in that pleading tone she used only for cash. The same tone for the dress, the apartment, the loans. That call flipped a switch in me. For years, I'd walked on eggshells, buying affection with dollars. I'd calculated it once. Rent help $7,200 over 2 years, groceries $7,200, gifts and emergencies $10,000 plus. Over $24,400 from my widow's pension, and Tom's nest egg. Money meant for my golden years. Gone to keep them afloat while they treated me like an afterthought. I hung up, heart pounding, but not from fear, from fire. That night, I cried, but it was rage, not sorrow. Tears for the widow who'd lost herself in helping. For the mom who'd confused love with handouts. I woke the next day changed. No more eggshells. I looked in the mirror, graying hair, weary eyes, but a spark of steel. I made coffee, sat at my table, where I tallied their bills, and pulled out my bank statements. Let's do the math properly, I thought. Monthly groceries, $300 x 48 months equals $14,400. Rent, deposits and help, $4,500. Car fixes, $2,800. Gifts, $3,500. Student loans, $10,000. Total, $35,200. $35,000. From Tom's hard-earned savings, my part-time job at the library, scrimping on my own life. All for what? To be ghosted on their wedding day. The phone buzzed. Alex. I let it ring. Then Sophia texted. Mom, please. We need to talk. The cabin's non-refundable. Deleted. An hour later, another call. Ignored. By noon, I walked to the park, something I hadn't done freely in ages. Always errands for them. Bank runs, shopping for their needs. Today, just me breathing fresh air. I passed the playground where I'd pushed Sophia on swings, her giggles calling me best mommy ever. When did that girl become this woman who saw me as a wallet? At the bank, Mrs. Larson, the teller who'd processed my transfers for years, waved. Elena, another deposit for Sophia? No, I said firmly. Cancel all auto payments to her account. And block any access. She raised an eyebrow. Everything okay? Better than okay. I'm reclaiming my life. As she processed it, my phone exploded. Calls, texts. Mom, the bank says error, fix it? Ignored. I felt light, unburdened. Home, I found my door ajar. Heart racing, I pushed in. Sophia and Alex on my couch, a stranger, a man in a suit, rifling through my desk drawers. My papers. What the hell? I demanded. Sophia jumped. Mom. Thank God. We were worried. Mr. Harlan here is a lawyer. We need to discuss your situation. Situation? Alex. The bank cut us off. We think you're stressed, maybe confused. At your age. Age. I'm 68, not senile. The lawyer extended a hand. Mrs. Vance, your daughter fears for your well-being. Erratic decisions, isolation. We're here to help. Perhaps a power of attorney. I snatched my papers. Out. All of you. Sophia teared up. Mom, we're family. This is for your good. Loneliness can cause episodes. Episodes? They were gaslighting me. I said out. Alex, we have bills, you co-signed our credit card. You can't abandon us. Watch me, I snapped. They left, but not before the lawyer warned. This isn't over. Courts can intervene if you're unfit. Threatening me in my own home. That night, I changed the locks, $300 well spent. Installed cameras too. No more surprise visits. Next day, I called my old friend, attorney Ms. Patel. Elena, this is elder abuse, financial exploitation. Document everything. We tallied the gifts, the coercion. You've been there, ATM. Time to shut it down. She helped revise my will, protecting my assets. No more inheritance assumptions. Sophia called from a new number. Mom, please. The honeymoon's canceled without the deposit. Let's fix this. Dinner at your place? Manipulation 101. How much exactly? Silence. $800. Miss me or my money? Honesty slipped. Both. But we love you. If love, why no wedding invite? Click. I pampered myself. Salon visit, $200 on hair and nails. Felt reborn. Met neighbor Mrs. Klein who'd overheard the drama. Elena, I went through this with my son. Cut the cord, it's freeing. We bonded over coffee, sharing stories. She introduced her book club. Suddenly, friends who valued me. Not my checkbook. Weeks later, a knock. Social services. Wellness check. Reports of paranoia, financial mismanagement. Sophia's doing. Ms. Patel arrived, dismantling their claims with bank records, my spotless bills. The worker left, case closed. Escalation. Lawsuit for incompetence. Witnesses. Alex's friend claiming I rented. A doctor they paid for a biased eval. But we countered. My psych eval, perfect. Friends' testimonies, financial proof of abuse. Court day. Their lies crumbled under cross-exam. Judge, denied. This reeks of greed. Victory. I sold the house, moved to a cozy condo by the lake. Donated to abuse hotlines. Traveled solo to Italy, gelato under the stars. No word from them. Heard they downsized, got jobs. Good, lessons learned. I'm Elena, 69 now, loving myself first. True love isn't bought. If this resonated, support by donating for more stories. What would you do? Comment below, share where you found this. Like, subscribe for more. Until next time.